when we're embarking on a new adventure, discovering what our mind and body are capable of. We cannot learn to trust in ourselves without first finding trust in our surroundings. The introduction of freediving can be a life-changing experience. Double K wants to grow with you. We provide you the support to focus inward, let your worries disappear and just breathe. We lend you our experience to achieve your full potential and share your energy and excitement. We're part of one team. Together, Double K.
Good morning and welcome back to the second day of the nOxyCup Hungarian Open Indoor Freediving Championships. My name is Eszter Kalockai. I'm a Hungarian freediver based in Ireland and I will be your commentator for the day. Today we're going to have our dynamic with fins, so with a monofin or with bifins discipline. And we are live in the Duna Arena, the beautiful building that you're seeing on the stream now. We are just in there. So Budapest, it's a lovely sunny day, somewhat crisp autumn morning. But please give a shout out to your favorite athletes. Tell us where you're from in the YouTube chat. Feel free to say hello. Obviously, keep it respectful. So yesterday we had a really, really great day. We had a static in the morning, which unfortunately we weren't able to stream. And we had dynamic with no fins yesterday in the afternoon. And yesterday, actually, we had 2 world records. One of them was dynamic no fins for Seamass for the Masters 1 category by András Mayer. And the other one was yourself, Pilar, for Masters 2 in Seamass static. And that was 5 minutes, 18 seconds, I believe?
17.
5 minutes, 17. Perfect. Welcome. So with me in the commentators booth is Pilar Casquillo.
Casquillo.
Am I saying that
Good.
right? Thank you. And she is the new world record holder for static women's Masters 2. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really happy.
That's did you expect to get that?
Yep.
Okay, great. Aim for the stars. Don't aim any lower.
No, I found out only 2 months ago that there was a Masters category. I didn't know about it because I've been competing in seniors.
Okay.
Started competing at 50, so no worries. And I found out 2 months ago, and I realized that my personal best was really way up the world record. So I said, I'll go for a try on the next possible event.
Nice.
So I did, and it happened, so it's really, really...
Amazing. Congratulations. So how does it feel to be a world record holder?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, you're excited, you're happy, you're saying to yourself, no, this can't be possible. You can't have a better world record. It's not true. It's and then proud. Proud because I always think that limits are the doors you have not opened. You have to go on finding out about yourself within safety and within building your self-awareness. And this record is also a proof of that.
Nice.
The water is cold, I'm not at my best, but you manage your head, you do what you know you can do, and so I'm really happy. And I'm happy for women.
Especially. That is amazing.
I think there's not enough of us at my age doing sports seriously, and it's the best you can do for your mind, for your body, for everybody else to start doing it. I'm really proud.
That is fantastic. Tell me about your training. So how did you train for this world record? Or you knew it was going to be a world record attempt. We didn't. But
Yeah. Well, I have 2 main trainings. One in the pool, of course, in the team that I am training with. And I normally do it at weekends because I can't manage to go to a training on weekdays. I work and I travel a lot. And I complement that with a personal trainer who is very good, and there was a lot about freediving.
fantastic.
So building the two together, I think, is really the key. And they both teach me how to go on step by step. They both push me just a little bit further each time, so it's really a learning process for me as well. I think it's the two of them working together that really do the thing.
Fantastic. And so what kind of, with your personal trainer, what kind of training do you do? Is it mostly kind of gym, weights?
It's gym. Sometimes it's just body weight, but I do exercise in breath hold with weights in repetitions. I do, it's a sort of HIIT, high intensity interval training, with moments where you go up to the limit and moments where you take a slower approach, moments where you hold your breath and moments where you recover. So it's it plans for it. I don't want to think when I'm there. It takes care of it.
You just go in with the...
That's what I'm told.
Perfect.
And I think that's the key. Trust the trainer, do what they say, and the results will come.
And trust the process.
Yes, trust the process, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think a lot of people kind of really believe in that trusting the process thing. There's that thing as well where, you know, 1/3 of your trainings is going to feel okay, 1/3 is going to feel great, and 1/3 is going to feel absolute crap.
you wonder what you're doing there, why not at home. Yeah. But after it, you feel great.
Exactly.
You feel really happy. But it's been the process.
Brilliant. I can see that Andre Costa is from Portugal, is about to start. I know he was feeling a little bit unwell yesterday. So unfortunately, he couldn't compete.
I'm sorry. I think he doesn't live in Portugal. I haven't met him.
Oh, yeah, sorry, he lives in Krakow.
Oh,
he is
that's
Portuguese.
it. That's it.
Yes.
So, but I'm glad I'm thinking because I tried to find him yesterday, but I realized I couldn't. Maybe that's because he wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, no, he wasn't here yesterday, unfortunately.
Okay.
He even said hello in the YouTube chat to say,
Okay.
I hope I can compete today. But tell me a little bit about the Portuguese freediving scene. You know, do you have big clubs there?
I think we're just starting. We're starting organizing competitions each year. I think about 4 years ago, regularly. We now have about 5, 6 different teams who organize competitions, but it's really starting. You have much more men than women, as usual. So a part of this is also thinking, well, maybe women will start looking at it and thinking, well, she's 66, she can do it, maybe I can do it too.
Absolutely.
Because it's just a question of, and I do hope I convince more and more young people to join freediving, because I think it's the best thing in the world to feel at ease, to put your mind at ease, and to know yourself as well.
Perfect. Pilar, thank you so much. You can stay and watch the competition with me for a few minutes if you want to.
No worries. I'll go back to my spot. You've done a great job.
Thank you so much. And you've definitely inspired me for sure. And I hope you inspire the future generations, young and a bit older, of women to take up freediving.
Thank you so much, Esther.
Portugal and abroad. Thank you so much, Pilar. So that was Pilar Casquillo, a new world record holder for women in the Masters 2 category for static apnea with 5 minutes and 17 seconds that she performed yesterday. On the screen now you see Clemens Tona from Austria and Andre Costa from Portugal. As we mentioned, Andre is a Portuguese athlete living in Krakow. Unfortunately, he wasn't very well yesterday, and he's come up after touching the 100-meter wall there. So I can see there's a good surface protocol there from Andre. Glad to see his back. He did announce 125. Maybe he's still not feeling 100%, so that might be a yellow card under announced performance. And Clemens is also up. He announced 50 meters, so I believe he's also at the 100-meter wall or not far from it. So this, I'm hoping for a white card because he was looking super clean. There wasn't a single bit of tremble. Sorry, that's Andre Costa just past the 100-meter wall. We're just waiting for the card for both athletes. You can see he's still waiting. I think the judges are discussing. I can see them kind of in front of me now. Uh, 107 meters is what we've estimated. So he's turned and he's come, done a few kicks after the turn. And there you can see one of the judges is Sasha, who is the president of AIDA, and her assistant is Hannah. So they are deliberating, and hopefully we're going to see what card he gets. So Clemens from Austria got 101 meters and white card. So congratulations to Clemens. That was a great performance. Announced 50, did 100. It's perfect. You know, you're doing great. And so that is a yellow card for Andre Costa because he was under the announced performance. It's always a good idea, and I did this when I started in competitions with AIDA, to announce something a lot lower than what you're planning to do, and you can always go further and always do more if you want to. So next up in lane B, we have Laura Meyer from Hungary. She is, I spoke to her yesterday. She is a complete beginner, and she's just really happy to be here. Monofin is her favorite discipline. So I'm looking forward to maybe seeing a personal best from her. She did announce 50 meters, which is just one length of this pool. And, you know, it'll probably be doable for her because I know that there's a very high level of training within the Oxygen Apnea Club, which she is a member of. In the other lane, in the kind of blue and black wetsuit, you can see Nikola Ilic from Serbia. So Nikola is also a complete beginner. He started freediving just in September, and this is his first competition. So looking forward to seeing some nice personal bests from both of them. I always say that a competition like this is the best place to really push yourself and get that personal best in a really safe and controlled environment where the safeties are looking after you and you only. And you can see the safeties swimming alongside them now. So they've both turned at the 50-meter wall, coming back now. And you can see that the safeties are kicking to keep up with him. So Nikola is up now. I can see hear somebody coaching him, and he's showing the okay sign. He's smiling. He's looking good. So he's announced 50 meters. He's well over that. Actually, I don't see the announced performance in the sheet. Apologies for Nikola. But he's announced, he's done well over 50 meters, and so has Laura. She's not quite at the 100-meter wall, but well past the 75-meter mark. So I'd estimate it to maybe 80, 85 meters. That is, I'd imagine that's a personal best for her in her blue glittery neck weight. A great feeling of success when you're a complete beginner. With me in the commentator booth is our other world record holder as of yesterday, again. Hello, András. András Mayer. So you gained the world record in dynamic no fins for Masters 1 in Seamass for men.
That's what
with how many meters?
169.5.
Amazing. Nice.
I was watching Laura because she was using my fins. So I had personal interest in watching her, and she did great. Congratulations.
Fantastic. And you're going to be using the fins later today as well.
Yes. I'm competing in all three disciplines.
So what after yesterday was your big swim?
Yeah, yesterday was my big swim. I didn't overdo the static. I didn't want to push it too far because afternoon was the main thing. I'm actually very sorry that I didn't tell it. I didn't warn you earlier that this is going to be a world record attempt. I just didn't want, the stress is a little. I try to minimize.
I understand.
Stress,
it's okay. András Soproni came over, and then he told me that actually it's a world record. And I'm like, what? Because I spoke to during the afternoon, like after statics, I spoke to Pilar, and she said, maybe I think it's a world record. I'm like, oh my God, we have a static Masters 2 women's world record, possibly, fingers crossed. And yeah, congratulations anyway.
Thank you.
Super happy for you. It's your. How many world records do you have?
This is the second. Last year I did in this same complex in the other pool, in a 25-meter pool, and that was the world record then in a 25-meter pool. And that what happened was that the week after, this category was taken out of competition. There are no more 25-meter pool world records anymore. So that hopefully that will stay there.
It's the final one, and your name is forever going to be written in the Seamass books.
Wow.
Seamass history books.
Cecilia is
yes.
I think.
So we can see.
One of our.
Yes, go on.
One of ours.
Absolutely, yeah. So Tilly and Edu.
And Eduard is.
Yeah. So both.
Just didn't see the name.
Both are Hungarian freedivers from.
Yes.
Both are Hungarian
I was wondering, but no.
Oh. I don't think Eduard has painted nails, so I think maybe the caption is.
Maybe it's the other way around. Yeah.
I mean, no judgment. Like if Edu decides to have nail polish on, that's.
Yeah, but probably it's.
Yeah, so in the top you can see Eduard Nitkovsky, and at the bottom you can see Cecilia Darvasi. So they're both Hungarian freedivers. They're both relative beginners. So Edu.
Let's see, he's coming up.
Let's see, he's coming up. And Edu is oh, there she is, yeah, definitely nail polish, and looked like a really good surface protocol from above there. And so Edu lives in Debrecen, and he trains, oh, there she is, look at her smile, I love it. So Edu trains in Debrecen, and there's a small group of people now training in the Hajdú area, so Hajdú-Beszörmény, Hajdú-Szoboszló, thereabouts. And I know he has kind of organized together a few buddies because it's quite far away from Budapest, so it's difficult for them to come and join you guys in the Hajósafréd and Margaret Island. Come on, touch the wall and come up. Oh, there was a bit of an exhale underwater, and I can see the safety coming up. Come on, Edu. Signal. Oh, come on.
Nice.
Okay, he salvaged that one, but it was on the edge. Keep up. I know he's pretty stable with his shoulders on the. I definitely saw bubbles underwater, and you could see the safety speeding up towards him. I don't know if he was white card. Nice. Great save. Well done, Edu.
Bravo.
Brilliant job. So his previous personal best, according to my table, was 45 meters, and he touched the 100-meter wall there. So that's a big PB for him.
That's a big
swim for him. Again, we're talking. These two athletes are almost complete beginners. So guys, 100 meters bifins if you've been freediving for only the last couple of months or maybe the last year, I think is fantastic, and it really shows the power of community. Or Noxygen.
Yes, Noxygen is totally amazing. It's coming up. I don't find words for it how it's coming up and growing. This is the fourth nOxyCup, and there were the fourth, right?
Yeah, fourth.
And there were already 5 world records. 30 seconds. Four nOxyCups. It's just stunning.
It's going to be really hard to top this one next year, that we've had 2 world records in one day.
Doesn't need to be. And the venue is amazing, and the organization is spotless as far as I could see. The organization and the broadcast is just fantastic.
Shout out to the people in the streaming deck for doing the beautiful camera operation and fantastic editing as well. So you heard it from our world recorder. Streaming is amazing, and this is all thanks to you. We have 2 other Noxy athletes. We have Árpád Nagy and Kinga Andorko-Győr. Kinga is doing the monofin, and Árpád is doing dynamic bifins. You can see him at the bottom of the screen there. So our first monofin competitor of the day is Kinga. She is also one of Edu's buddies in the Hajdúság area near Debrecen. But she does try to come up to Budapest over the weekend. But she is an ex-swimmer, so she's in her element when she's in the water, and I think you can really see that. I do see a little bit of feels like there's a little bit of a sideways wobble in the monofin. But again, who am I to criticize somebody's monofin technique when mine is non-existent? There's Árpád now surfacing. He's looking fresh and clean. So he's announced personal best was 75 meters, and he is trying to see where he
56.
So he's just passed, he's touched the 50-meter wall and kind of turned. Oh, one leg out of the monofin.
She's okay.
Good surface protocol, and maybe about 80-ish meters for Kinga Andorko-Győr. I feel like her foot came out of the monofin before she surfaced, and maybe she felt the monofin kind of falling off her foot, and she said, "Nah, I'm going to end the dive here." She announced she announced a very low number, 33 meters. So she's well over her announced performance, and she's getting a white card from Judge Eva Frösler. So well done to Kinga. I feel like she borrowed that monofin, and maybe it was a bit too big for her. That's why I said about the sideways wobble. I don't know the story either. I'll see if I can find out a bit later. But obviously, a monofin is a big investment for anyone. And if you're only just starting out and you feel like maybe you don't have a lot of opportunities to train,
I haven't even started using the monos.
There you go. Well, maybe get going on that and give us some world records, no?
The world record in my age category, the world record is very close to the under 50 world record. So I don't think I have a chance.
Oh well, you can work on that monofin. Maybe we'll see you swim with the monofin, even if it's not a world record. Okay, we'll allow it. We'll allow it, Andras. It's okay. I will allow it.
Okay.
But yeah, so I feel, you know, in a club setting, especially as a beginner, it is possible. My theory is that Kinga borrowed somebody's monofin and maybe it was a little too big for her, which explains what I said about it seemed that there was a sideways wobble and it sort of
sway
falling off. Oh, hey, Lydia. I love that. She's waving. Hello. That's so cute. Do focus on your performance, though, Lydia. I love she was seeing herself on. We have a big screen up top, and so the competitors, when they're getting ready, and if the camera is on them, then they might see themselves up on the big screen that's hung up above the pool. It's a beautiful, gigantic space here. So I love the wave. You're a big fan of waving at the camera.
Well, I waved at the camera in Belgrade at the World Championship with my bifin during my bifin performance. My trainer wasn't very pleased about it, but it didn't take a meter off my performance, I think.
Look, I think that a lot of great freedivers have the attitude of bringing some playfulness and emphasizing the fun element of the sport. You know, I definitely know, Natalia Molchanova's philosophy has always been to, you know, be at one with the water and just enjoy it as opposed to chasing numbers. So, you know, if you're not having fun, why are you doing it?
Actually, yesterday it was all very nice. It was all very nice.
There you go. But you didn't wave at the camera.
I didn't wave at the camera. There is no one. Like there was this underwater camera, the DYN, which followed us.
Yes.
So that was another amazing technology. Here we have drones. I can't wave to the drone. I can't wave at the drone.
I would manage, but okay. It would maybe cost me my performance. But anyway, you can see Lydia Weisslein-Rösner from Austria. She is a freediver from Vienna. I don't know. I don't actually have it in my notes to see if she competed at hydrodynamics, but that was her local competition, so it makes sense if she did. That was 2 weeks ago. So these two competitions are always very close by, and the other at the top of the screen you can see Dorothea Harzbecker. So Lydia is up now with surface protocol. Like a very fast and very confident surface protocol, and Dorka is still swimming.
Turned the 100.
Turned at the 100 meters, indeed.
Oh, wow.
So Dorka's announced performance.
She come up. She
personal
just came
best.
up.
Okay, her announced personal best was 83 meters. So she's
nice.
looking
nice.
very, very fresh. And again, the glittery neck weight. I love the glittery mermaid neck weight. I need to make one of those for myself as well.
Yeah, but a few girls have this in the club. Don't know where they get the tape for it.
We'll just have to talk to them about it. But yeah, that looked like a big PB for Dorka. I hope she gets a white card. We're waiting for Judge Zoran to decide on her judgment, and he's taking and it's a white card. Nice. Congratulations, Dorka. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. And beautiful work from Lydia as well. Her announced personal best was 81 meters. I'm waiting. So for Dorka, that was 113. And for Lydia, that was 81 meters. So it's always good to repeat your PB. It's never, never a bad thing to repeat your PB. And she did announce a lot lower than that. So a definite, confident white card for both of the girls who have just competed. That's brilliant. Next up, we have another Nox. I'm just laughing at Lydia, who is walking with her fins and just kind of, it's so beautiful to watch people swim with fins and with no fins as well. But, with fins, it's really that whole mermaid style. You turn into a fish and then you come up onto the dry land and you're walking around like a blog person. Next up is Thomas Pong from Hong Kong. I spoke to him yesterday, and I mentioned that we bumped into him in the at the training on Friday as well. He's it's his second time at nOxyCup. I know that yesterday, last year, he wasn't super happy with his own performance, so he wanted to kind of come back and do that again. He lives in the UK, and he trains with No Tanks Apnea. And I mentioned the Irish connection there, so he's coached by Irish DNF national record holder Owen Clark, who is one of the coaches in the No Tanks club in the UK. The other athlete is Noemi Lili-Verabey from Hungary. She is a Noxy athlete with a pink glittery neck weight, and you can see Thomas Pong, really powerful start and beautiful beautiful monofin technique. He's obviously a very experienced athlete. He's been competing for a couple of years now, and he has a beautiful, very even pace with the monofin. Love when people swim with the monofin. They just make it look so easy. And Noemi has a nice, gentle, even kicks with her fins as well. Do you know whose fins those are? Are those her fins? And Thomas Pong is turning at the wall with the monofin. And I love the side view. You can really see the nice kind of body waves with the monofin technique. And there's Noemi Lili-Verabey turning as well at the 50-meter wall. Yes, that is the 50-meter wall. So they've announced, Noemi announced 75 meters and Thomas Pong announced 50 meters. Their announced personal bests are 100 meters each. So I hope that maybe they can get a PB for themselves. It would be amazing to see, and I really hope. I think Thomas was quite happy with his performance yesterday. And, I feel like maybe he's managed to sort of repair that situation where last year he wasn't so happy with his performance, and hopefully he will get a finish strong in his dive. He's well past. He's coming up to the 125-meter mark, while Noemi is she's just turned at the 100-meter mark, and is slowly coming up to the middle of the pool. So Thomas has exited at the 119-ish meter mark. Strong surface protocol. Strong surface protocol, looking not blue at all.
Lily is up too.
Lily is up as well, perfect. And I saw that looked like a good surface protocol as well, with the pink glittery neck
good.
weight. Yeah, she's looking good. That's it's a challenge to be coming up where they are coming up, because you're in the middle of the pool, and I think I spoke to somebody yesterday about this, that the lines dip in the middle of the pool.
But they are pretty strong. Sometimes where we train, sometimes the lines are much looser, so then you have to really push yourself up to keep yourself up. Here it's pretty comfortable. You can just lean on it.
Ah, perfect. Okay.
Okay, I think I should go. Ready?
Thank you so much for talking to me, András, and once again, congratulations for your
thank you
work
very much.
yesterday.
It was fun.
You've heard András Meyer sitting with me.
Yeah.
You world record holder in dynamic no fins.
In the Masters 50 category.
In the Masters 1 category for Seamass. Thanks, András. Perfect. So we are coming up to the next heat. We're going to see Martina Weitenthaler from Austria and Gergely Házy from Hungary, the Noxygen Apnea Club. Martina looks like that's not a bike tube neck weight, but it does look homemade. And Gergely Házy is one of the newer Noxygen Apnea freedivers as well. He's a mechanical engineer, and he likes to sail, and he competes in different boat classes. So usually he's on the water. I guess being underwater is maybe a new thing for him, but it's a great place to get started in competing and just really experience what a competition atmosphere is like. And obviously he's among friends, because it's his home club, even if it's not his home pool. So he's announced for AIDA, he's announced 60 meters. His announced personal best is 100 meters. So if he does a good service protocol anywhere past the 60-meter mark, that's going to be a white card. So I'm hoping for a good result for him, and obviously for Martina as well. Martina is an Austrian freediver, and she lives in Austria, in Styria. She runs, herself and her husband, they run a martial arts gym. So if you're interested in getting into martial arts in Austria, you know, talk to this lady. And she also does breathwork classes. So her entire, you know, work life revolves around sport. I'm sure she is incredibly fit. She, this is her second competition. The first one was 2 weeks ago, the Austrian Championships, the hydrodynamics. So 2 competitions to start with in a very short time frame. So I'm hoping for a good performance for her. I'm sure she's put in the work, especially for the hydros, and then 2 weeks later coming over to, coming across the border to Hungary to compete here. She only started freediving in February. So freediving, she's relatively new to freediving, and she does have 2 kids. She's a self-employed mum, so time, I'm sure, is an issue. There's Gergely Házy now. He's looking tired, but still strong. Surface now. And Martina is still going. Still going strong, coming up to, I believe, the 125-meter mark. Just past the 125-meter mark. And she's coming up. Come on, Martina, grab onto that line, stabilize yourself. White card for Gergely Házy. Congratulations, Geri. Great job. She's looking pretty fresh as well. We didn't see the surface protocol on the camera, but there's not a hint of hypoxia. She's keeping her gaze very steadily on her judge and doing some really big, strong recovery breaths. Probably possible to ease off on the recovery breaths and just relax for a moment on the line. She's smiling, and it's a white card. Amazing. So that was, what, 130-something meters? Absolutely magnificent. Like, I've been freediving for years, and I can't do that. Well done, Martina. Fantastic job. On your second competition as well. 2 weeks after your first one, may I add. So brilliant, brilliant job. Feel like that's probably I think that's probably maybe a strong PB for her. Fingers crossed. So next up, we have 2 further Hungarian athletes. Both of them, obviously, NOxy athletes, Péter Németh and Balázs Laczó. Balázs is the resident static fan of Noxygen apnea. He is, he's just found static and found his life's calling in static. So yesterday I don't think he was massively happy with his own performance in terms of static, but at that point he'd spent the entire morning coaching everyone else within Noxygen apnea for their static performance. So I think his main aim was to see his friends and clubmates succeed, which which I really love. The guy has a heart of gold. I have a lot of time for him. Péter Németh is he's also a relatively new freediver. He's I think he's only just started freediving recently. He did his wave 1 in the NOxy camp just last August, and he's big into bouldering. I bumped into him in a bouldering gym a couple of months back while I was in Hungary. And he also does scuba diving, and he kind of started freediving. He tried freediving when he couldn't scuba dive, and now he's come across to the dark side like myself. I'm a former scuba diver as well, but I barely do any scuba. I'm just into freediving, so hopefully Peter will join the ranks of former scuba divers, now freedivers. That was my evil laugh. I apologize. So we have both Balázs and Peter swimming with bifins. We have, I'm looking at the table, and most of our competitors are competing in bifins. The difficulty in the bifins discipline, at least according to the AIDA rules, is that you're very strictly not allowed to move your feet together. You need to make sure that you're doing the flutter kick, and you mustn't do anything that could be interpreted as a dolphin kick when you're doing the bifins discipline. Now, you can do the dynamic discipline with bifins, and in that case you are allowed a dolphin kick, and you're allowed to alternate the flutter kick and the dolphin kick. But in terms of the rules, you would have to make sure that you keep up the flutter kick. So I can see Peter's doing a cadence of a couple of kicks and a bit of glide, a couple of kicks and a bit of glide. And I think Balázs is, he's putting a bit of glide into it as well. Some people prefer the constant kicking as opposed to the kick, glide, or a couple of kicks and gliding. Peter's just turned at the 100-meter mark. If you're new to freediving, this isn't about speed. So Peter is a little bit faster than Balázs. Balázs is taking it easy, maybe some gentler kicks and maybe a bit more, although I feel like he's speeding up now. He's touching the 100-meter wall, and I feel like he's not putting that much of a glide into it now. Balázs has a very strong breath hold. I think he's working towards or has reached the 6-minute static mark, even though unfortunately yesterday he didn't quite manage that because he was just getting cold by being in the static pool for the whole entire day before his own performance. But, you know, for him, he has the opportunity due to his strong breath hold to just interpret even a dynamic discipline as a static one and go a little slower. So I can see he's up. Surface protocol looked really good. He's breathing strong. With strong recovery breaths. And the strong side eye. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
I love your pink nose clip.
Thank you.
Oh, Molchanov's.
Yeah.
Very good. Thanks for the sponsorship. Introduce yourself to the listeners.
I'm Martina Weidenthaler from Austria.
Hi, Martina.
Yeah, hi. And it's my second competition.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did hydrodynamics 2 weeks ago.
Yes, yes,
And did you do a PB there as well?
yes.
And you did a PB today.
Yeah, today I think I was a little bit over 125.
130.
Oh, okay, yeah. New PP.
130.
Yesterday in statics too, so I'm very happy.
Oh, it's a super
Yeah.
successful competition
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. What do you? You've only just started freediving.
Yes, in February. And yeah, today I didn't sleep much because we have 2 kids. And I'm very happy that this worked out so well because I think I had 3 to 4 hours sleep.
Ooh.
But I'm used to the lack of sleep, so I used to train with that. Yeah.
Very good. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I feel like the freediving in Austria is growing big time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it feels so. I'm very happy about it, and it's very much, it's super fun. I love it. It's calming me down in the stressful, daily life.
So that's so cool. So what are your plans for the rest of the winter? Are you doing any other competitions?
No, I'm training, and then in I think next year in spring I will do the next. So this was the second and last for this year, and then.
Is there the Tyrolean
Yeah,
Apnea Cup?
yeah,
Is it
this-
any
Yeah,
have a
the
date
last.
yet?
I think it's the last February weekend. What I've
Okay.
seen. Yeah,
Okay.
and I also maybe want to go to Rijeka.
Rijeka,
Yeah,
Croatian nationals?
I think they are.
Yeah.
At the beginning of March. I don't know. It was last year. I don't know if it's
Mm.
the date now, but
I think I heard February for that
Yeah.
one as well. So Croatian people, if you're listening, please tell us when your nationals are going to be. I'd love to know. And yes, I actually competed in Innsbruck as well in 2022.
yeah.
Yeah, at the Tyrolean Apnea Cup.
Yeah.
It was
very
the
nice.
10th
Okay.
Tyrolean Apnea Cup. So it was lovely.
Yeah.
Beautiful pool, big windows, and out the windows you can see the mountains
Yeah, it's
around
beautiful.
Innsbruck. It's just, and I loved Innsbruck. It's such a lovely city.
Mm,
So,
yeah, it's very nice for sightseeing.
brilliant for sightseeing. Tried a bit of snowboarding as well
Mhm.
afterwards, and
Yeah.
we just woke up to snow in the
Okay.
city.
Yeah.
Ah, it was dreamy, like a winter wonderland. You know, if anybody hasn't been to Austria and you think of Austria, you think of mountains and snow, and that's exactly
Yeah,
what it
it's
was like.
it is.
Stereotypical,
Yeah.
beautiful stuff. So I don't think I'll be going in February, but it was a fantastic experience when I did go.
Yeah.
So make sure you register for that because
Yeah.
it's a great event as well. And I love personally, I love the collaboration. You know, like there's a lot of Hungarians. They took a lot of your medals at the
Yeah.
at the
But-
hydrodynamics.
But they are so good, so.
Absolutely. And then you guys are coming over here and having a lovely time.
Yeah,
hopefully.
it's beautiful. It's my first time to Budapest. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful city. Yeah.
So nice to have you
Yeah.
here. So you can watch the competitors with me
Yeah.
if you want. And so we have Fruji Nemes just surfacing. Come on, Fruji. Good surface protocol. She is, dynamic no-fins is her favorite. So she's competing in bifins, but we know that that's not her, top discipline. But her surface protocol looked good. David Stovicek from Czechia. And for a moment of hesitation before he did his surface protocol, but I believe it was still just in time for the 15 seconds. So big applause for Fruji Nemes. That looked like a pretty strong dive for her. You know, she was almost at the, I was trying to see if she maybe hit the 150 and she was coming back. But we're going to see the results. So, sorry, she did not hit the 150. She got 138. And David from Czechia, I believe he got around 130-ish as well. It's great to see, and some really big applause for the white cards, and big hugs for people when they don't get the white cards. Which club do you train with in Vienna, Martina?
No, I'm not from Vienna. I'm
Styria, yes.
Styria, yes. And I trained alone because we don't have a club.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a buddy.
Okay, good.
Not completely with a buddy, but we started alone doing it. But now we have a little club. It's the FinFit Club, and we are trying to get some new freedivers in Styria. So if somebody is interested, please join us.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You're starting a little, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We've been working on starting a club in Ireland as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of the club in Ireland, we have Margarita Janochkina, who is my buddy
Okay.
in Ireland.
Okay.
She is an individual neutral athlete due to her citizenship, but she does live in Ireland, and she is wearing our swimming cap, the Irish Freediving Club's swimming cap. She is a founder member of that club, along with myself. This is her second time in nOxyCup. She came last year. I believe it was her first pool competition, and she wasn't quite sure about what she was going to do, but I think she did a personal best yesterday in no fins. So very happy for her, and again, I'm so glad that I was able to grab my buddies and bring them with me to Budapest.
That's so great if you can connect and freedive together, I think.
Absolutely. In the other lane, we can see Sonia Andrea Bukowski. She's just turned at the 50-meter mark. She is such a lovely, lovely person. I think she was over at the hydrodynamics as well. And she is, you can see the results of the previous heat now on the screen. So David actually turned at the 150-meter wall, so I'll correct myself. And at the moment, Laura is leading the women. Now I know that the longer swims are going to come towards the end of the day. And at the moment, Andre unfortunately got a yellow card, but still in the lead with 106 meters currently. Margarita is coming up to the 100 meters, touch the wall and turn. On marks. She used to live in Dublin, Ireland, but now she lives in Tullamore in Ireland, so she's a little bit further away from us, and we don't get to train together as much. We used to train together every week. And Sonny is, every time I'm in Hungary, it's so great to see her at training. So I train together with her whenever I'm in Hungary, which isn't very often. You can see her doing the no fins arm strokes now. Her legs are getting tired. Come on, Sonny, time to end the dive. Surface protocol. Okay. I didn't see her take off her nose clip. Maybe the nose clip has fallen off already. And Margarita is still swimming, or maybe she didn't use a nose clip at all. Surface protocol looked good from the drone's vantage point. Margarita's up as well. Some applause for Sonny, so I believe that's a white card. And we're just waiting for Margarita to get her judgment. She did 150.
Great.
What? Definitely a personal best for her. It's a white card, 150. Wow. Her favorite is this discipline, so she is kind of doing her favorite discipline here. But she decided to do all three disciplines this time. Martina, thank you so much for joining
Thank you
me.
for having me.
You know, we'd love to have you back again next year.
I'm definitely coming back. It's great.
And best of luck with building your club in
Thank
Stier.
you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Okay, so that was Martina Weitenthaler with me from Austria. And next up, we have Croatian and Romanian athletes. So we have Branko Anatolic from Croatia announcing 155 meters dynamic bifins, and Adrian Kitan from Romania, who's announced 100 meters with a dynamic. So I'll be curious to. Oh, sorry, apologies. I was reading the wrong line. We have Sanda Juvala from Croatia. She's announced 120 meters bifins, and Diana Ninko from Colombia announcing 100 meters in dynamic bifins. Diana is a Colombian freediver living in Hungary. Her personal best is 153, so she's announced conservatively. And I do believe, is it last year and in bifins that she broke a Colombian national record? Possibly. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, I'm hoping for a nice swim from her. She is a member of Oxygen Apnea, so she's one of us, you know. She's a Colombian freediver, but also Hungarian freediver. They're both, Sandra is she's coming up pretty fast, coming up to the 50-meter mark. She's doing the constant kicking. Diana is bringing a few kicks and a glide, that kind of cadence. It depends on what works for you best. There's no right or wrong way. You know, to any beginners listening, I would recommend that you try them both and see what you enjoy more and see what works best for you. So we can see a great personal best from the previous heat from, from Margarita Janochkina, so 151 meters, and Sonia Andrea Bukovski with a confident 121 meters, white card. So Sandra is turning in at the 100-meter mark, and she's coming up. Come on, Sandra, good surface protocol now. Like a really good, strong surface protocol. So she is, Sandra lives in Rijeka in Croatia, beautiful seaside town. We were there not far from Rijeka doing the nOxyCup. Hello, welcome. Sorry, we just put the headphones on. Hello, welcome. Goran, right?
Hey, hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty well. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you so much. Sorry about the wet chair. We had freedivers in their wetsuits.
Yeah, I realized. I swapped them.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So what are you hoping for today? You're you're in the final heat, and you have some, you're almost at the 300-meter mark with your announced personal best. 292?
92, yeah.
Amazing. What are you planning on doing today, or you don't want to talk to us about it?
I have no idea. I'll do as much as I can, and we'll see what will that be. It will not be 292. I can tell you that. It will be less.
I was hoping for something like that, but okay. Yeah. And how has your training been so far?
Well, as I've said in that spreadsheet, I just started like 2 weeks ago for this season, so this is basically a general checkup, see where I'm starting from. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. See how it goes. So far, it's been okay-ish. Static was a bit disappointing. No fins was okay. We'll see today.
I heard, somebody mentioned that you looked a little disappointed after static. Did you expect more from yourself yesterday?
No, that's just my normal look. I always look like that.
Okay.
I was surprised with the temperature pool. It was supposed to be 33, but suddenly it dropped to 27, and I had only a thin suit, so I was freezing. Yeah, it dropped like 6 degrees from morning till the afternoon.
I heard somebody said it was 29, but that's a very strong.
It was dropping, like from the morning when it was 33, it was just constantly dropping to 27 at the end. So yeah, that was a bit challenging, but fine.
I did see other people who weren't super happy with their performance and, were shivering before their
Yeah,
start
yeah,
as well.
that's
So
yeah. I
think
guess
it
that was
affected
the
everyone.
issue for everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's brilliant. And what else do you have planned for the season? Obviously, this is just kind of your starter check.
Well, yeah, this is starting, and then we have nationals. That's going to be, I guess, in March of next year in Croatia. Or that's how we decide who is in the national team and who goes for Worlds, and that's pretty much it.
And that's
Then World Championship, and then that's the highlight of the season, like every year.
perfect. Do you have a date for the nationals yet?
It'll be sometimes in March, but we don't have a date yet. Yeah,
'Cause
we'll
I
take a
know.
little bit of water.
Oh yes, please go ahead. Yeah, I know. I think it was Martina who mentioned she would be interested in going to. That's going to be in Rijeka.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But last 2 years it was in Rijeka. It will be either in Rijeka or in Zagreb, one of those two cities.
Perfect. That sounds fantastic. That's brilliant. Tell us a little bit about your training. How does one get to 292 meters?
Well, little by little.
Little by little.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there are no special sauce or anything. You train and then you get better little by little. Then after 16 or 17 years, I don't even know, then you get to 292.
16 or 17 years. I love it. Okay, so I have a few more years to go.
Yes.
Perfect. Great stuff. Goran, thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah,
It's
thank
been a
you.
pleasure, and I wish you the best of luck for today. I hope your performance, you'll be happy with your performance, even if it's just a sort of a checkup comp at the start of the season, start of your training.
I hope that as well. Thank you.
Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for talking to
Bye.
me. Thank you. So that was Goran Cholak from Croatia talking to me now about his plans for the season. Meanwhile, we have Adrian Kitan and Branko Anatolic, who are up doing pretty nice long swims. So Adrian is past the 150 meter mark, coming up to 175 with the monofin, and he's surfacing now. There's a little tremble in his shoulders, I feel, but still a good strong surface protocol. And we are watching Branko do a turn at the 150 meter mark from Croatia. And with me is Magdalena Solic-Talanda. Hello again, welcome
Hello
back.
again.
Great to have you back again. I'll get you some water. So Adrian is looking pretty fresh and good. I hope he's getting we're just waiting to see what he gets. Branko is surfacing now. Okay, some good recovery breaths. I didn't see a surface protocol, but it looked good. How was last night for you? Did you get some rest, Magdalena?
Yes, I did rest and I eat well, so I think I'm ready for the last start today in Bifins.
Perfect. Bifins is your favorite, isn't it?
Yes, is it?
I do remember you mentioning that. So what are you hoping for? Are you just kind of going to do something easy again?
I don't have any expectations like normal in the beginning of the season, so this competition is just the check of my form, the moment where I am, how far I can dive. So I don't think about the meters. Underwater, I think about what I'm feeling, and this is the most important for me. If I do my best for today, I will be glad.
That sounds perfect. Sounds good to me. And what is your training going to look like then over the winter?
My training is the beginning of the season looks like easy pull and do some depth. So I mix this in the end of the year. So that's why I'm not expected a lot from the pull, because the depth is really hard. I were in Kalamata this year, and then in September I were in the hub, and then I'm going again to the hub. So I don't have any expectation from the pull.
Did you compete in Kalamata? Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
No, not this year. Last year I took part in the hub competition, very successfully, 47 CNF, but my first competition in the depth, so I'm I'm so happy that I did it. And now I'm focusing a little bit about more on equalization, relaxation in the depth. And that's why I left a little bit pull trainings. But still, pull trainings are the most important for me.
I'm sure it'll transfer as well. It's all just kind of breath holding and the similar technique. And I guess your dive strategy is a bit different for CNF than for maybe DNF, simply because of the depth element and the free falling. But
yes, I think I have a very nice base from the pool. So the depth is a little bit easier for me because of technique, because of dive time or another components. But I still have to work with equalization and relaxation, which I can't do on the pool because my pool is too shallow.
the pools are going to be shallow. That's fantastic. So it's your, did we say yesterday, third or fourth time at nOxyCup? Fourth time at nOxyCup.
Fourth time.
You coming again next year, please?
You invited me yesterday, so you know.
Oh yeah, I did, of course. So yeah, that's brilliant.
We will see, of course. It depends on the dates and everything. So we will see. But I really would like to.
Please come along.
That's always the
It'd be
pleasure
lovely to
to
have you. Cool. I'll let you go and continue your preparation for your dive. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
very
for
much.
talking to me again, Magdalena. And best of luck for your dive. Thanks a million. So meanwhile, we've seen Nikola Kofentova from Czechia do a magnificent 153-ish meter dive. Again, the distances that you see on the screen are just estimates from locally controlled estimates, and we're still waiting for the official results for Nikola from Czechia. Unfortunately, we had another competitor we were going to have another competitor in the other lane, Christina from Czechia, who did not start. In the previous heat, Adrian Kitan from Romania unfortunately had a red card for the airways dipping. I mentioned that there was a tremble in his shoulder. I think maybe that was when the camera cut to him, and we possibly just didn't see when he actually dipped his head. So sorry for Adrian. He pushed it, and he pushed it a little bit too far. But these things happen. It's always a learning experience when something like this happens. So I hope that he can incorporate this into his training in the future. Next up, we have Lucy Budinova from Czechia. She has a brilliant 170+ meter personal best, and she's announced 25 meters only for dynamic bifins. She is usually the youngest competitor at many competitions. I believe she was the youngest in Kaunas as well at the AIDA World Championships earlier this summer, and she's a high school student in Prague, and she did decide to take a little break after Kaunas, but she did compete 2 weeks ago at the hydrodynamics. And on lane C, we have Emese Karácsonyi, who is a Hungarian freediver, also a member of Oxygen Apnea, obviously. She lives close to Budapest in Göd, and she trains here in Budapest with the club. So with me watching the competition is Peter Németh, in one of the first heats, member of Oxygen Apnea Club. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
Was that a personal best for you, 155 meters, I believe?
Yes, it was. Like my previous one was 102. I did it in April, so quite a long ago. It was a PB, and I'm actually quite happy for it.
And you've been freediving for how long? A year?
Almost a year, yeah.
Oh, almost a year, okay. And you're doing 155. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
What's your secret?
Like, I was quite sure that I can do 100, and after that I was like, yeah, I want to do the rest of the lap. And we don't finish at the wall, so after 50 I was like, just turn. It was 55, so I'm quite happy for it.
Nice. Emese is, look at her, I really love her monofin technique. So she used to do fin swimming. So this is her time to shine. She's a very, very strong monofin diver. And she was coming up, I think she's coming up to the 150 meter wall now. And I can see the judges kind of speed walking along the pool to keep up with her because she's pretty fast. You can see the leaderboard now. You're currently in third place.
Yeah.
Look, let's be realistic. It's kind of still the middle of the, not even quite the middle of the start list, but still a fantastic result, Peter.
Thank you. I know that it will be by both of our Andrishes overdone quite a lot, but I'm still happy for it.
Yes, but they have the experience. I spoke to Andras Mayer, and he's just going to take it easy today after his world record for Masters 1 in men in Seamass for no fins yesterday. So Lucy has turned as well at the 150-meter wall, coming up to the 175-meter mark. You can kind of see Emma is coming up at 188. So that is round her PB, very strong surface protocol. Come on, keep up the recovery breaths, Emma. So Emma is a mom as well. Tia Abba. Her son was with us in the nOxyCamp, and he was great. He was doing a lot of water taxi. Oh, come on, Lucy. Oh, God, Lucy, come on. And the safeties are grabbing her. Unfortunately, she was too trembly to take off her facial equipment. So the safety lads chose to grab her, which I think was the right decision. And we can see the medic coming up to her now with the oxygen. She was fine. She didn't dip. She just couldn't take off her facial equipment. I'm so sorry, Lucy. You did a really big effort. Emma Karácsonyi, so the estimate on the screen we saw was 190 meters. Again, it's an estimate. Unfortunately for Lucy, it's a red card. You can see her being upset. Oh, bless her. Oh, my God. I hope she has someone here to hug her, because she's looking very sad and upset about it. No, Lucy, I'm so sorry. You've done such a strong dive, and unfortunately today it wasn't happening. I'm just heartbroken for Lucy.
Yes, quite sad.
I hope she has someone here.
Quite strong though.
She's very, very strong. She's incredibly strong, and you know, for the youngest competitor, she's actually pretty experienced. She's been competing, I think, since the age, do I remember? She's been competing since the age of 16. I'm thinking of this from the Kaunas survey. But I hope that maybe she can do something nice for her, because she just looked very upset, and I'm always incredibly heartbroken when people are on the verge of tears doing that. But Emma, 190 meters white card.
Yeah, I actually love watching her, because she's such a strong swimmer, especially in monofins. It's awesome.
Exactly, but she has the experience of her fin swimming past in there. So it's easy that way, you know.
Well, easy, but still awesome to see her.
I love watching a beautiful monofin technique. Speaking of which, we have Onur Sain from Turkey and Marko Radovic from Serbia. Both have an announced personal best of 190. And Onur has announced 175 with the monofin. You can see him at the bottom of the screen, and 104 was Marco's announcement for the top of the screen. I love, look at Marco, right? So long glide, 1, 2, 3, very powerful kicks. That wasn't even powerful, because he knew he was coming up to the end. A beautiful turn. I don't know how people do it with the monofin, but it's such a big, awkward thing to turn with, but he makes it look easy. And
relaxed as well.
Incredibly relaxed, and he's putting so much glide. You can barely see the monofin moving, and yet look at those guys speed walking alongside him. The judges are just like almost at a jog or like a fast walk, and the safeties are, of course, kicking hard to keep up with him.
They are doing almost 100 now.
They're turning at the 100-meter mark. That was, yeah, so that's Onur turning at the 100-meter mark, and that's Marco turning at the 100-meter mark now. So Marco is a little slower because of the long glides. Look at the glides. The monofin is barely moving. It's brilliant. And Onur as well, very nice kind of kick glide, although he does, from this vantage point, again, it might just be the camera angle, and that's Marco out. Is that Marco? Yes, it is Marco. He's out now. He's looking very tired, like his legs are falling off, but I wouldn't blame him if his legs are falling off after a swim like that.
That was a strong
125. It looked like a strong protocol indeed. Onur is still going. Come on. I'd love to chat to Onur as well. He looks, it seemed from the survey, he seemed like a really fun guy. He says he loves to talk and he's only silent when freediving or making music. So I heard the applause. So for Marco, that was a white card. He looked, was trying to read his face. I don't know how to interpret that. He looked a little grumpy. Onur touching the wall. Come on, come up, come up. Focus on your surface protocol. Yeah. Very loud, I'm okay. I heard it from here. Well, he's just across from us.
That's a PB, right?
Well, according to the announced, what they've announced, then that would be a PB. So he did touch the 200 meter wall. So that's 201, 202 maybe. So we're just waiting for Sasha to give him the judgment. She's pulling out her cards, and it's a white card for Onur. Wow, what a swim. My God. But this is the thing, that sometimes slow and steady wins the race. Okay, maybe it doesn't win the race, but, you know, gets you further in freediving.
I haven't done too much monofin, so it's strange for me, but like I can appreciate watching them. Like, it's quite beautiful to see that flow, that slow kicking and gliding.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Here's a challenge for you. Next year at nOxyCup, we'll see you on the monofin, yeah?
Yeah, I will try.
Personal best, 200 meters. Don't go any lower than that.
You're going to start from 50 because it's quite difficult and very much different than bifins.
For sure, for sure. I guess bifins is nice because when you're starting out, it's kind of the easiest discipline. It's like the most rewarding, you know, it's kind of the instant gratification thing of you get nice distances quickly. Yeah. Whereas with no fins, you really have to work on your buoyancy and your technique. With monofin, you really have to work on your technique. But with bifins, you just kind of, sometimes the equipment can compensate for suboptimal technique, but still you can, you know, you get some nice distances and say, hey, I swam really far with just one breath.
It's quite familiar for many people because, like, you go to the sea, just snorkeling, and you have this basically the same fins.
Exactly, it's like the default discipline. Do you want to watch Nushi's swim with me?
Yes, I'm actually watching her right now.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. So Nushi Anna Horvat from Hungary. She is one of the instructors in Oxygen Apnea Club. She's a full-time freediving instructor, and she organizes trips, freediving trips. The next one coming up early next year is to Galapagos. And on lane A, we have Matej Majling from Slovakia. He is also a good friend of, you know, kind of Hungarian freedivers. We see him often at competitions, and we hung out with him in, sorry, am I looking at the wrong? I am looking at the wrong, my apologies. That's Jacek Polak from Poland. He was also, I think I spoke to him yesterday, and it's not his first time at the nOxyCup, maybe it's his second time if I remember correctly. So Jacek is a Polish athlete, and yeah, so he competed 2 weeks ago at the hydrodynamics as well. We met him in Kaunas at the IDA World Championships this year, and in Jeju at the IDA World Championships last year. And he usually kind of competes mostly in Poland. And I spoke to him yesterday. You know, he has a vast amount of competitive experience. He's been competing a couple of competitions every year since 2013. So in his 11th year of competing, he knows what he's doing. Nushi is also a very experienced athlete. I think she started competing back when she was living in Ecuador, and she's moved back to Hungary now. So competing here and nearby. I think she was in Belgrade at the Seamass World Championships, right?
I think so, yes.
But she wasn't in Kaunas, unfortunately. So Jacek is surfacing now, 125 meters. We're just over the 125 meter mark. That is a relatively easy dive for him, I believe, because his announced PB was 200. So for him, probably like for many other athletes who are kind of strategizing and building up their pool season, It's very much the start of the season, so he's taking it easy, not pushing himself very much, and establishing a baseline that will then dictate what kind of training he can do over the winter. So easy dive for Jacek Polak and a very, very confident surface protocol at the 130-ish meter mark. Nushi, meanwhile, is still swimming. I can see that she's doing quite a good speed. The judges maybe aren't quite speed walking, but it feels like she's speeding up. Maybe it's a sign of tiredness. She has done a lot of travels recently, so she did mention that her training wasn't optimal and she's surfacing. Lips are looking a bit blue, but the surface protocol is very confident. There's no tremble in her shoulder.
Yes.
She's looking pretty steady.
Strong. I believe
strong.
Maybe a white card.
That better be a white card. 183-ish meters. Again, under her PB, not under her announced performance. White card for Anna Horvath. Beautiful effort. Fantastic. So 180-ish. We're going to see the results shortly in the table. Peter, thank you so much for talking to me. Well done on your fantastic PB. And yeah, keep working away at the Monofin. Homework for nOxyCup next year.
I will try.
You heard it here first.
Thank
cool.
you.
Thank you. See
Bye.
you. I love that. Like I mentioned, there's a big screen here in the Duna Arena, just above the pool. So when people see themselves on the big screen, they can see the outgoing image. So they see the image live before you see it, so you can see them waving at it. And I just love the atmosphere here on the pool side. So you can see the results from the previous heat. Jacek Polak with 131 meters and Nushi with 180 meters. Next up is Suda from Turkey with her beautiful mask. Can't remember who I was talking to yesterday. We were watching her no fins and we mentioned what a lovely mask she has. And now it is time for Matej Majling, a good friend of Hungarian freedivers from Slovakia. Matej is based in Bratislava and he trains with No Limit freedivers. In his day job, he works as an IT consultant, like many of us, working a corporate job and trying to fit freediving around work obligations. He actually enjoys static most because how it empties his brain. I mean, sometimes I want that as well. And Monofin because of the dolphins. So we can see the Matej channeling his inner dolphin now with the mono. And Suda from Turkey also channeling her inner dolphin with the Monofin. She really likes mono as well. This is her favorite discipline because it's just the power, and you can really see the power there. And the judges just speed walking along the side of the pool. They're already turning at the 50-meter mark. Some really good turns and some really powerful kicks to get the momentum going after the turn again. So Matej wrote something funny about himself. When he was little, he was 5, and he learned to breaststroke at his local swimming pool, but he couldn't quite coordinate the strokes and the breathing, so he just swam underwater. So I guess that's what they call apnea. Have you heard of apnea? Have you heard of apnea? Anybody heard of apnea before? Freediving? Anyone? So yes, sorry, I'm just glancing at the YouTube chat now. Rafael, thank you so much for cheering on Jacek in the previous heat. As you could see, he took it easy, but a confident white card. So we have the Monofin expert with us now, Emese Karácsonyi, with your, hello.
Hi, Esther.
Hello, Emese. We were watching your swim with Peter, and we were both really impressed with your technique. Obviously, your fin swimming past helps.
Yeah, it helps. Yes, I used to be a fin swimmer when I was a child, so that is still in my legs.
There you go. Muscle memory. It's brilliant. It was so lovely to watch you swim. That was Was that a personal best for you? 190 meters white card.
Yes, 3 meters extra.
Amazing. Congratulations. You're getting closer and closer to that 200 meters. You know that, right?
Yes, slowly,
Oh, yeah. Come
firmly,
on. Come on.
hopefully.
Come on. I gave a shout out to Abba. I hope he's watching.
Okay, maybe not at this moment, but we will rewatch it.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. How was your training so far? I think you mentioned that this year was a bit hectic for you.
Well, yeah, just as last year, but so
And every year.
what I try to do is go training at least twice a week and maybe an extra time for during the weekend, and one yoga, which is good for stretching. And that's all for now. Maybe later we can raise this. Okay.
Nice. Mate is struggling. Mate, no. Oh. I'm pretty certain that was going to be an airway dip because his entire mouth went under. That's what it looked like from my perspective anyway. For Suda, that was a white card. She looks super happy. I was looking at Ida Turkey's Instagram yesterday, and herself and Onur were very happy to be here, and it's great to have them. Mate, heartbroken for the lad. He looks disappointed, trying to smile, but you can see the disappointment. It was a tough time for him because he went to hydrodynamic 2 weeks ago. He got sick and he was in bed all last week. So maybe he's not back to top shape yet, the poor guy.
Yeah.
Stay with me and watch Zofia and Andras next.
Exciting again.
Yes,
just as yesterday.
exciting. So the master and his disciple who's almost doing more than him sometimes, I think. So you're in the lead for dynamic at the moment, currently, with 190. Again, this could change. Onur, beautiful, 202, in the lead amongst the men. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Zofia Törőcsik with the monofin. There she is now, just relaxing before her dive. She is an absolute powerhouse. We've seen her in Kaunas and we've seen her in Belgrade. She was at both World Championships with her monofin. And this is her absolute favorite. She just loves the feeling of flying. She says dynamic is like a dream, movements and the feeling. And but she did say that she's tired after a long season. As I mentioned, she has been doing, oh my gosh, so fast.
Yeah, because she's not taking any breath.
Yeah, she's not taking any breaths. But she's just had a very long season and a very tiring season with lots of travel and lots of big competitions, like I mentioned, both World Championships. So I just hope that she is going for enjoyment and she's not going to push herself too much. Fingers crossed. But you know, Zofia, she will. She will.
Yeah, because
That's what she says.
Yesterday it was very surprising after a red card in static to do such a very strong no-fin swing. She's
Absolutely, a personal best.
Yeah.
Personal best for her. 187, I believe, was her no-fins yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, so she gained first overall in no-fins among the women. And we'll have, I'm really curious to see what that's going to look like. So we're just watch
Nice
this
turn.
heat, beautiful turn. And just waiting to see what happens. I mean, Zofia is coming up to the 125-meter mark. You can see that she's so much faster with the monofin, especially the way she started in an incredibly powerful way. And Andras is just turning at the 100-meter mark now. Zofia is coming up to 150. So her personal best in the monofin is 250. I really, really hope she's not going to try and do a personal best today. Come on, Zofia, take it easy for once.
Why? Why do you say that?
Well, because she said herself how tired she is, and she's already done a fantastic performance with no fins. You know, And I mean, look, if she decides to do it, it's up to her. I can't see into her head.
Yeah.
But, you know, she deserves to take it a little bit easy. But I know that she loves this, and she probably doesn't want it to end.
Yeah, well, let's hope that she can feel the edge and she comes up before that. Either it's personal best or not.
200 meters. Such a beautiful turn. Come on, Zofia.
Getting exciting.
Getting excited now. 230, 220. András is doing arm strokes, so the legs are getting tired for András Soproni now. He is doing bifins. Bifins discipline as well as wearing bifins. As I mentioned, you can use bifins in the dynamic discipline. And he's just trying to gain a couple of more meters with some arm strokes. Is he going to push to the... He's going to push to the 200 meters, isn't he? At least. At the very minimum.
András, yes.
András, yes.
Best
So
is
209.
Yeah. And
Zofia
she's competing in bifins.
turning at the... That was a turn at the 250 meter mark. Zofia is going to push it. She is going to push it. Now, I hope she doesn't push too far. Come on, Zofia. Coming up. Surface protocol. Come on.
Limit. Oh, very
Oh, that-
strong.
That was a...
I didn't see the beginning, but it seems to be.
I saw the
okay.
beginning. So she
Oh.
started with taking off. She wasn't wearing a nose clip. She took off her goggles, but she...
One,
Did a
one,
movement?
one wipe can be
That's
fine.
not a wipe, though. She was pinching her nose. It's a white card. Okay. The judges disagree with me. I'm happy. Hell yeah.
Nice.
One facial wipe is okay. Emeshe, woohoo! And András as well. Beautiful.
Okay.
Massive, massive applause.
Okay, I will go and
Thank you so much, Emeshe, for watching those with me.
access
Thank you
them.
so much. Take it
Enjoy
easy
the
now.
rest.
Thank you. So Zofia Turcic, 264 meters, a personal best. I love it. She's coming in the morning saying she didn't sleep well. She's feeling so tired after such a long season. And then, boom, she pushes herself to a personal best, which is just amazing.
When we're embarking on a new adventure, discovering what our mind and body are capable of, we cannot learn to trust in ourselves without first finding trust in our surroundings. The introduction of freediving can be a life-changing experience. Double K wants to grow with you. We provide you the support to focus inward.
And I'm the one with the weird socks. They're not all right now. No weird socks. Damn it. Yeah.
Let your worries disappear and just breathe. We lend you our experience to achieve your full potential and share your energy and excitement.
You gotta, I mean, what's the point of doing it?
We're part of one team.
So we're just running in the break between Adidas and us.
Together,
I do.
Double K.
Thank you. They're old now. I have to change them. But why? Oh, you have to see my. Oh my God! It's a mermaid necklace. It's a little mermaid.
That's so nice.
Thank you. Belgrade. And we were close, but she just flew.
Welcome back to the second half of the dynamic with fins, dynamic monofin and dynamic bifins day of the nOxyCup. So this is the fourth nOxyCup and it is the second day of nOxyCup. We are now changing over to the Seamass half of the day. I can see the safeties are getting t-shirts, yellow t-shirts thrown at them per Seamass rules. Just before the short ad break, we show you some results. Zofia with monofin, a magnificent result of 266 meters in a white card. And I just wanted to correct what you saw on the screen. So András Sopronyi, 229 meters, as opposed to what you might have seen, which is 129 meters. So 229 for András Sopronyi, white card with the bifins, and alongside him his mentee Zofia with 266, personal best monofin white card, which puts her very firmly in the lead. And in second place is Suda from Turkey, who is sitting with me right now. Hello, welcome, Suda.
Hello.
Hello. So we were talking about how you like to bring some fun into freediving.
Yeah, I love it.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay. I've been competing since I was like 13. So
freediving?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, amazing.
I've started very young. And then I started to wear like fun little socks and colorful socks to the competitions, and I have different socks for every day of the competition usually. As I mentioned, I have like SpongeBob and blah blah, and
I love it.
Yeah, just I like to bring like a little fun because we are all stressful usually. And I like to make it a little more fun for myself because I'm usually a very stressed person, so I like to calm myself down. Yeah, it's just like that about it.
It's perfect. Earlier in the day, I was chatting to András, who was swimming in Belgrade at the World Championships, and he waved at the dive eye. and he said that his trainer wasn't super impressed with that, but at the same time, why are we doing it if it's not for fun, you know?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Why are we putting so much pressure on ourselves and the effort of traveling? So you traveled to Budapest from Turkey?
From Turkey with car.
With car?
With car.
How long did that take you?
In total, a day, to be honest, 24 hours. But we gave a little break to sleep for a couple of hours. My dad drove me. Thank you, my dad. Thank you, Dad. For real. Yeah, he drove us in total a day. It was quite tiring, to be honest. I didn't get much rest. And I wasn't expecting that all, like, at all, yeah.
So did you arrive on Friday or Thursday?
I arrived on Friday, yeah. Friday morning, Friday evening, or, yeah.
Thereabouts. The day is blended into one when you're just in a car. For
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. But were you able to get some rest though? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I did get a little bit of rest, but I was kind of sleepless the other night. The night before, I think I slept at like 3:30 a.m. So I thought like, okay, I'm done. I will be so tired tomorrow, but it surprisingly wasn't like that.
That's brilliant. And you did, yesterday you did 104 meters no fins.
I hate that.
You hate that? You're not happy with that result?
Yeah, no, not the result, but I hate to say it, to be honest, but I hate the dynamic no fins itself.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I've never been good at that, so I'm still not. I just did it because I had to do 3 disciplines and I didn't have a choice between dynamic bifins and monofin, so I had to do that. I really don't like it, but it's just, yeah, it was like that.
Well, sorry to hear, but maybe, find a good coach, or maybe your coach can help you with, maybe making you love monofin a little bit. Sorry, not mono, the bifins. No fins.
No fins.
I need another coffee, I think. I'm mixing up my words.
All of us need some, yeah.
I think we all need another coffee. So I think it seems Vided, I spoke to her yesterday. Maybe she's not starting today because we're only seeing Szabolcs Krucsai from Hungary. I coached Szabolcs in static yesterday and he was a bit disappointed with it. It's difficult for him to swim because to train because he lives in Szombathely, which is a bit further away from Budapest. He's speeding up and people are actually jogging alongside him now. Come on, Szabolcs, don't push it. Take it easy. Gain that relaxation back, and he's up on the line now. I actually saw the judge jogging with him. So we are in Seamass now. All you have to do is show the OK sign, and you have time to take off your facial equipment then. But I think Szabolcs was really trying to push to that 100 meters, but didn't quite get there with the monofin, unfortunately. So 94 meters is what we have estimated here on the screen for Szabolcs. It's a white card. That's great. Super happy for him. I'll just have a quick look at his announced personal best was 86 meters. So it's possible that this is still a PB even if he didn't quite get the 100 meters. So for yourself, what does your regular training look like? You mentioned that you live in
Tekirdağ, yes.
Tekirdağ. Is there a big freediving scene there?
Actually, my club is the biggest one in Turkey, and we don't have freediving too much in Turkey, I must say. We have a nice club, not so big, but like 15 people, I could say. And we have nice actually training opportunities in where I live. We have a pool. It's open 6 days a week, and I train. I go to the pool 5 days a week, and I do twice a week gym.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my training routine for now. That's what it looks like.
That's a lot. Do you have any rest days?
Yeah, of course. Sunday, for example, I have Sunday and in Saturday I only go to the gym and then I have the rest of the day to myself. Yeah, it could be tiring, but I'm used to it. Like, as I said, I started very young. I'm still very young. I just turned 19. So I'm used to it. I'm used to the training routine, and I used to go to the pool 6 days a week before. Now it's 5. It's going really nice, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
You're working so hard, so I'm hoping to see some great results from you at the next World Championships. Are you planning on any of them, or?
Of course. In my country, in Turkey, we compete in Seamass, and we choose a national team. They choose a national team. If you get in, you go. But otherwise, in IDA, it isn't supported in Turkey. So you have to pay for it all yourself. And I think it's in Japan this year, and I really don't have the money to go there. So I will hope to get in the national team to go to the Seamass World Championship. Yeah, we'll keep hoping.
I hope you get that. Fingers crossed. Yes, the IDA one is in Japan, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's not. There's no grants, and I can understand why it's difficult for athletes to kind of self-support themselves.
Yeah, it's hard. My family just do all the things they can. As you can see, my dad drove me all the way, and yeah, they.
Shout out to your dad.
Yeah, definitely. Also, my mom. Like, they support me very well. I'm really thankful. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been here. I wasn't actually planning, but then I was invited. So I said, okay, I'll push it and I'll come. And I'm really happy to be here.
It's brilliant. It's great to have you. Thank you so much for coming all the way from Turkey by car to the nOxyCup. We hope to see you again next year, and best of luck to. I hope you get into the Turkish team for the Seamass World Champs next year.
Thank you very much. It's really nice to meet you.
Good to meet you as well, Suda.
Okay, thanks
a million. Take it easy.
Have a nice streaming.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, so next up we have Eva Pavic. We have Eva Pavic up next. It seems Pilar, I spoke to her earlier. She is here, and it seems she was ready for the bifins, but it seems she didn't start. I'll have to talk to her about that and ask her what happened between talking to me in the morning. I hope I didn't traumatize her too much. Unfortunately, another competitor from the UK didn't make it over, and so Eva is now starting on her own. Eva from Croatia. She lives in Zagreb. I mentioned that I think I mentioned that she's a smart cookie. She's actually never really tried the monofin. So you can see she's doing the bifins now. And her favorite are the two dynamic disciplines, so no fins and bifins. But for her as well, like for many other athletes, this competition is to kind of establish where she is right now, and to see what kind of training she'll have to do for the rest of the season. But she did say that she hasn't really trained since May, so I hope she takes it easy and focuses on the enjoyment of the dive. And to see how she's getting on. So she's just turned at the 50-meter wall, doing a nice even speed, constant kicking with the bifins. We're not seeing the judges jogging or speed walking, just walking alongside her. And doing a nice even kick with a nice straight arrow position. Coming up to the 100-meter wall, touching the wall and turning. Come on, Eva. And she's coming up now, so just over the 100-meter mark, maybe 107-ish is what we've estimated, and a good strong surface protocol for Seamass. Not even a hint of a tremble in her shoulders. This isn't even close to her personal best. Her personal best, she told us, is about 136 meters. So again, she probably focused on sensations and kind of decided to do a dive that is relatively easy for her. I have so many people. Today we're seeing so many people who are massive monofin fans. I hope maybe Eva can, if she wants to, of course, try the mono and see how she gets on with that. Next up, we have Miguel Oliveira from Portugal doing bifins, and Tomasz Polata from Poland doing bifins as well. So Tomasz is a Magdalena's main body. I think, yesterday she mentioned that they're both going to go to Dahab to do a bit of depth training. And I saw on social media that they all drove over. So Magdalena, her husband, and Tomasz as well, all drove together, the three of them, in the car. At the moment, you can see the result. You could see the results there. Andras Choprin is in the lead for dynamic with the monofin for men, with magnificent 229 meters. My apologies. So Tomasz he did 102 meters with the no fins yesterday, which is pretty good. I'm not sure that's I'm not sure that's a good number for him, but he's again, for so many people, it's the start of the season. They're looking to see where they are now and looking to see how they're getting on now. You can see Miguel now. Where are all the Portuguese people from the YouTube chat? Come on. Yes, okay, hello. Always nice to see people rooting for people in the YouTube chat. Feel free to give a shout out to your favorite athletes, guys. So they've started. It's the split screen is a great way to see the kind of differences in technique. So for Tomasz, he's doing an arrow position, and Miguel has decided to kind of keep his hands down beside his body. It's always a playoff between wanting to be very hydrodynamic and using the arrow position with your hands up, hands and arms up, or kind of wanting to be a bit more comfortable and having your hands and arms beside your body. And it depends on your shoulder mobility as well to see what you're going to choose. And some people even change it. Like I remember talking to, I mentioned him before, Owen Clark, who mentioned that at the start of a swim he might do a very strong and tight arrow position, and maybe he would relax it a little bit more, the way you can see Tomasz's arms now, a little bit later in the swim when he's getting a bit tired and getting a bit lactic and feeling some level of discomfort, to not add to that discomfort by holding his arm in a relatively uncomfortable position, depending on his shoulder position or shoulder mobility. So with me in the commentator booth, welcome back, Andras Choprin. Hello.
Hello everyone.
So you did 2:29 bifins.
Yes.
That's a personal best.
That's a huge personal best.
Huge personal
and
best.
Also a national record again.
Of course, a national record. How many national records do you have now? Stopped counting.
Yeah.
You've stopped counting already. That's brilliant. Congratulations.
I hold the national record in all pool disciplines.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Well done.
But only the men's category, because,
Really? Not the women's? Oh, yeah.
Oh, because Zofia is better than everyone.
Zofia is the top. So Miguel's just surfaced. Looked like a really strong surface protocol. Tomasz is up as well. And a confident, okay sign, but still keeping the recovery breathing going strong.
Beautiful fight.
It was a great battle, yeah. 140-ish meters with the bifins is what you've estimated on the screen. And yeah, watching you and Zofia, I think it was me and Emesha watched you both compete in the same heat. And it was magnificent. And Zofia is just, I can't believe it, just can't believe it. 266. 266 with the monofin is what she got. Unbelievable.
Yes, I remember when I surfaced and finished with the protocol and received the white card, I just look back and see her same line, almost the same line as me, and I was pretty sure that she turned
and
came back where I was, and oh my God.
She did. Unbelievable. But, she's a monofin enjoyer. 100%
Yes.
monofin enjoyer, She probably gets going and then she just doesn't even want to stop.
Oh yeah. And also, no fins enjoyer.
No fins
and
enjoyer.
not so bad with bifins either. So great athlete.
She's fantastic, and she's. I hope. Please encourage her to take it a little bit easy in the next couple of weeks because, you know, because she's had a tough season. She said it herself.
Easy or busy?
Easy. Take it easy.
Take it
Don't
easy.
train too hard. Eat a lot of cake. Loads of cake, etc.
She's a gym fanatic.
Yeah. Of course, you have to. You know, the gym. You
It's
have
like
to.
a nice recovery to
Yeah.
go to the gym a little bit more.
Yes, you have to lift the heavy things to keep you sane, for sure. I can relate to that, absolutely. But, you know, I think she needs to really maybe take a little bit of a break because it would be a pity to see such a great athlete suffer from burnout.
I just increased my gym trainings, especially focusing on my legs.
Nice.
Because of her inspiring me doing that, so maybe
100%.
maybe it helped me.
Who was it? Was it somebody who said, was it Fruji who said, you write her training plan for the pool and Zofia writes her training plan for the gym?
Yes.
Yes.
Fruji.
It was Fruji, okay, perfect. Meanwhile, we're seeing Alberto Giannini from Switzerland. He's also swimming on his own because the other person, unfortunately, did not start. And his announced personal best is 1:59. He did say that he's working towards the world record in dynamic bifins for the Masters so the 60 to 69-year-olds. But this is the first comp of the pool season, so I think he is currently working towards that. And he's already gained this world record, but wants to do it at the World Games. So again, for him, this is possibly going to be a somewhat easier dive. His announced personal best is 1:59 with bifins. And he is coming up to 1:25. What's the neck weight situation that he has going on there? You know that brand of neck weight? Is it the home-built one?
I don't know.
Okay.
No idea.
Because I saw he had something kind of on the front as well on his shoulders just before he started. And he's turning at the 150. 158 and surfacing. Okay. I feel like there's a little bit of a tremble. Keep breathing, keep breathing.
Keep breathing, keep breathing.
But you
come
can't
on.
tell him that because it's...
Yes, because it's Seamass. We can tell, but...
We can say it, but he can't hear us yet.
Yes, beautiful.
Okay, yeah, stabilize. He salvaged that one. He managed to stabilize himself. And there's some applause. That was a white card. Congratulations, Alberto. He lives in Ticino in Switzerland.
So again, what was his previous
Well, his announced personal best was 159.
Okay, so it matched.
It matched. Yeah, he's pretty much done his announced personal best, or you know
Did
what he announced at
Did he
registration.
mention what is the world record for Masters 2?
He didn't. I don't think he did.
Okay.
And he mentioned that he's also gained pretty good results in the 2x50 in the 2x50 speed apnea and the 4x50 as well.
Nice.
And he got gold medals and world records in Masters 2 in Kuwait and Belgrade. So, you know, great to have another Seamass world record holder in the Masters Warrior 2 category to add to our existing world record holders. We have a nice little collection of Seamass world record holders here already.
Yes.
I spoke to both of them today, and it was so nice to talk to them. So I don't think that's Nara. I know what she looks like. That's probably Damiano Zornetta from Italy. Damiano lives near Venice, and he also has a normal day job. Seems, yeah, Nara unfortunately couldn't make it over. I think she's Brazilian, but she lives in the UK, and her and Alice Hickson, unfortunately, I think there was something with their flights. So I'm sorry that we're not going to see them here. I was hoping that maybe they'd arrive for today, but I also know that Alice's speciality is no fins, so her missing the no fins day, you know, I'm so sorry that she did miss the no fins day.
Yeah, I was looking forward to see her.
I was looking forward to seeing her as well. I think the podium might have looked different if she did make it over, but unfortunately, yeah, she didn't. So Damiano is he started with bifins and now actually enjoys no fins a lot as well. But here's the kind of the discipline that he's kind of started out with. Well, haven't we all? You know, we were just chatting about how bifins is kind of the default discipline when you go snorkeling in the sea on your holidays. You basically do bifins.
Yes, and it's easier to train with. It's just more convenient to pack your bifins, and you don't need huge monofins.
Bulky, big monofin.
Or like a specialty.
And I mean, if you go fun diving, it's usually bifins as well, isn't it? So he's taken a nice even speed, nice, good arrow position, good bit of glide, really nice turns as well. I still struggle with my bifins turns and the long fins, so it's something that you do have to kind of work on separately.
I see more people do this one leg turn. I did as well. It's kind of a show you later.
So 125. Giving a good bit of glide and just kind of resting his legs a little bit. He's probably feeling the lactic at this point, but he's relaxing into it, I think, or trying to anyway. So his announced PB was 185.
We have another turn.
Another turn at the 150 mark.
He's coming a little bit shallow. He prepares to surface, and there he is. That's very confident.
Oh, he's looking very clean, very fresh. In Seamass, how long do they have to stay on the surface before they get their judgment? Is it also 30 seconds? Because I think in AIDA it's at least 30 seconds. A white card for Damiano Zornetta. Congratulations, Damiano. Great stuff. András, thank you so much for talking to me again. And congratulations on your massive, massive PB and Hungarian national record. Again,
Thank you.
as expected.
Let's cross the fingers now for András Maier.
Let's cross the fingers for András Maier, but I think Zofia is hoping to talk to me.
Yeah.
Maybe. You can't just lurk around the commentator's corner without actually sitting with me.
There she is. Okay.
Come on, come and watch András Maier. So thank you so much, András Soproni. And we're sitting here with new national record holder and absolute beast mode, Zofia Terucci. So let's watch András Maier. I spoke to him earlier today, just before his, just kind of when he arrived. I grabbed him because of his beautiful world record yesterday, obviously. 266. And you were saying how you didn't sleep, how you're tired.
I slept well.
Okay, sorry, yeah, okay.
So that was the reason, maybe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What went through your head? You've obviously said, I know you love Monofin.
Yeah.
And, you've said you had a long season. Did you just decide to say, feck it, I'll go for it?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I screw up the first breath, of course, the last breath, which was the last one.
András said, she's starting really fast because she didn't take a breath.
Yeah. Yes, and he's right.
He said that.
He's right. Yeah, he's right.
Okay, well, now you can watch him and critique him and talk shite about him.
No, I won't. He's amazing.
He's amazing. And yes, that's his love language, just being funny slagging people. But he's doing a pretty good. He's pretty fast, I think. I mean, I can kind of see the judge.
Maybe he screwed up also the last breath.
I know. I could see him he held his nose, put his head back, and did a lot of packing.
Yeah. He's packing around 20 minutes. 20 seconds. It's a lot.
I was asking him what he's planning on for bifins, or is he planning on any of the Masters world records? Well, he said that the Masters world records, M1 world records in Seamass are pretty close to the actual world records.
Oh, he's doing arm strokes.
Strokes already?
Yeah.
His announced personal best is well over 200 meters.
Maybe he wants to avoid that
avoid what?
pain in legs.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Doing early these arm strokes also because I don't want to wait until my legs are burning like hell. So maybe, I don't know it's good or not, but I do around 150 arm strokes because of this.
So you do, okay, so you start the arm strokes at 150 and then you go back to the legs. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Give my legs a little rest before before the
final part.
worst is coming.
That's so interesting. I've never heard of that strategy. It's so great to hear about it. It's brilliant. But you can see that Andras has gone back on the legs now as well.
Yeah.
We just see some Zofia fans waving at her. Next, you'll be giving autographs.
Yeah, Suda. She was also amazing. She did 201.
She did indeed, yeah. And she mentioned that you met in Belgrade.
Yeah. She's amazing also.
Did you know that her dad drove her over from Turkey?
No.
To this competition.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
In the car. And there's Andras now coming up to 175. So funny. It looks like we have like some local kind of swimmers standing by the side of the pool watching the competition as well.
Oh yeah, really.
Andras is coming up 186.
Breathe.
Good,
now
good
I
breaths.
didn't forget the recovery breathing like yesterday by the static.
Well, is it forget or is it hypoxia?
Or maybe forget because of the hypoxia.
Possibly. And, the brain starts turning off. Big applause. White card for Andras Mayer. Is that Fuji with the camera?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay, that's the GoPro.
She's doing everything. She's competing.
She's competing. She's
doing
photography.
all the designs for the whole competition.
It's brilliant. And she told Andras to come over and get his picture taken. That's very cute. High-fiving. I love the drone shot or the above shot of the pool. So cool to see. Do you want to watch Michael?
Yes, Mikey,
Your pal.
Come on.
Mikey, come on. And in lane A, we have Felice Tofani from Italy. And he did 128 with no fins yesterday. And I was, who was I talking to yesterday? He wrote some really poetic stuff in the survey. And I think at the end of the survey, he said hello to all the people who have helped him, including his coach and his wife and his teammates. But he also said that hello to all those, and hello and thank you to those who tried to hinder his progress, because their actions have only fueled my determination to achieve my goals. So hi to the haters from Felice. Hi or ciao to the haters, and also F you, and your actions have fueled his determination. So I am hoping for a nice performance from him, for a performance that he's happy with. And Mikey is doing some big packing. Love. I want to be half as stylish as him. Like, he's the one in the crop top.
Yeah.
And just such a great character. It was so cool to hang out with him in Kaunas. He's a neurologist. A smart cookie, like I like to say. Super clever guy and super fun to be around as well. And doing some really nice bifins action there. He's quite fast, like they're kind of going side by side. Normally I'd sort of expect the monofin to be faster. So he's doing the bifins discipline. and wearing bifins.
Yeah.
How is it? Do you know the Seamass rules? Are you able to do dolphin kicks in bifins in Seamass? Because I know in AIDA it's very much prohibited.
Yes, yes, yes. As I know, maybe after the turn one, dolphin kick is allowed, but I'm not sure. I think in AIDA was previously like that. So before this new rule came, in AIDA was like after the turn, one dolphin kick is allowed. But it's of course not anymore. In Seamass, I don't know.
Okay. I'm more familiar with the AIDA rules myself as well. And there's Mikey turning now, the 100-meter wall. His announced personal best is an astounding 230 meters, 230.
Announced?
That's what he said on the registration.
Wow.
That's what I have in the sheet anyway.
I know that the German national record is by Klaus Kasten now. Previously was held by Mikey.
Okay.
So maybe now he wants to get that national record back.
Ooh, exciting. So he's turned at the 150-meter wall, going to 160-ish, and Felice is taking his time with the mono, just going a little bit of a slower pace and doing 160-ish, currently at 160-ish. So cool. I feel like we've gathered quite the crowd of sort of local swimmers who are kind of here for their usual Sunday morning swim. I can see a dad with his son right in front of us. Is that Mikey up?
Mikey surfaced.
Felicia's up as well. He's touched the wall at 200 meters, Mikey has.
Yeah.
And now he's up, yeah. Just kind of saw it at the edge of the shot. Safety's touched him.
Oh.
Oh, Mikey, bless him. Oh, he looks upset. Is that his upset face?
Yeah.
Oh, bless him. We'll give him a big hug.
We love you either way, Mikey.
We do love him either way. Again, he's one of our sort of regulars and sort of a regular friend of sort of the Hungarian freediving community. He's German, but he lives in Vienna, so he's very close. Oh man, you gotta go and give him a big fucking hug. I'm so heartbroken for him. I was heartbroken for Lucy as well. Just really sad to see when people are kind of like surfacing and they're on the verge of tears. Mikey, I'm so sorry.
You have to wait until the next competition to beat Klaus.
Yeah. And work on, I don't know, what you would have to work on. He was going quite fast.
Yeah, he was fast, but of course, maybe he felt that it will be good, but as an outsider, it was pretty fast.
I mean, that's what we always say about your swims as well.
It's pretty funny.
Like I said, screaming at the iPad while watching the Belgrade World Championships, Zofia, slow down!
And what did I do?
You sped up. Okay, you didn't speed up, but you were still quite fast. Yeah. Oh, poor Mikey. You need to give him some tips on how to beat that 200 and something German record Klaus Kasten holds. Tell him, give him some of your secrets.
Oh, eat a lot.
Yes. Okay.
That's my only secret.
Eating a lot. Brilliant. Cool, Zofia, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thanks for having me.
Massive congratulations on your beautiful PB.
Thank you so much.
Obviously, we'll see at the end what the ladies like Magdalena and Julia do in terms of their dynamic monofins or bifins. Julia's doing dynamic and Magdalena's doing bifins.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see. But thanks so much, and please take it easy now that you have really, really finished your season.
Yeah, for this year.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Next up is Andrej Ropret from Slovenia. He is doing bifins. His announced personal best is 234 meters. Unfortunately, the other competitor did not start. So I'm curious to see what Andre does. He did 150 meters yesterday on the no fins. I'm going to see if maybe we can get him to talk to me about his training and about himself a little bit. He's doing a pretty nice even speed and a very, very strong arrow position. I love to see it when kind of people's hands cross over. They're, you know, it just shows that you really worked on your shoulder mobility, or maybe you have good shoulder mobility naturally. Who knows? And you're getting your maximum amount of glide and hydrodynamicness. So he's hitting the 100-meter wall now. I'm loving the judges' focused faces, kind of going alongside with him.
Last 3 minutes.
As I mentioned, he does have a very impressive 234 meters announced personal best. But obviously, it being the start of the season, and for many people, this being a shakedown competition, not quite expecting for him to hit that personal best. But I've eaten my words before. I've been saying about not expecting, personal best from people, blah, 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 blah. And then I was absolutely proven wrong. So don't take me for face value. Coming up nice and stable to the 175 meter mark. And I'm really, really enjoying the drone shots, I gotta say. Hello. For me, this is kind of a new thing that we're having drones indoors, but it really works well. I really, really like the bird's eye view of the pool, and you can really kind of see the progress of the athletes in their distances. Okay, so Andre is past the 200 meter mark. Which puts him, I'm going to see if at the moment, so dynamic and dynamic bifins, we have a summary together. So he's 2:24. Again, the estimate on screen is nothing but an estimate, but it's probably somewhat lower than Andras Choprin's 2:29 with the bifins. Still waiting to see how those are calculated, but still a massive, massive dive from Andre. Well done, and an incredibly confident 220 plus swim from Andre Ropret. Well done. Next up, we have Nenad Pavkovic from Serbia. Nenad did 189 meters with no fins yesterday. You would have seen him then. He lives in Subotica, and he really, really hates static. His words, not mine. And he wanted to give a shout out to the organizers for a good competition. Thank you so much, Nenad. It's great to have you, and we're so happy that you're enjoying your time in Budapest. So you can see the results of the previous heat for a moment there. There's Nenad now doing some hacks and starting his swim. So he is swimming alongside Cristina Francone from Italy. Cristina, as I mentioned, is an Italian freediver, but she is living in Switzerland, in Locarno, and she is a nurse. And she also does a lot of swimming and fin swimming. She says she's been swimming for 45 years and competing for just a little less. and she wanted to give a shout out to her husband. So hello, Christina's hubby. She's doing some really nice and powerful monofin kicks, putting a good bit of glide into it. And she is a bit faster than Nenad. She's coming up to the 100-meter wall, whereas Nenad has just turned at the 50-meter wall. Again, if you're new to freediving, this isn't about speed, it's about the distance. So you need to make sure that you go as far as you can, but without obviously compromising your ability to perform the surface protocol at the end of your swim. And for some people, you know, if your muscles are strong and if you can tolerate the lactic really well, then the faster speed is maybe more doable. And if you are really good at static, you have a very good breath hold, then maybe you're going to choose a somewhat slower speed. It really depends on the individual. And don't let anyone tell you that one is better than the other. And you just kind of have to find what works for you. And obviously, we have some incredibly experienced athletes swimming in the pool right now, who are obviously no strangers to competing. Like I mentioned, Christina, I can't imagine she has any of the competition nerves, having competed in swimming for 45 years. So she's surfacing now. You can see it on the drone view. She almost did the AIDA order of the surface protocol, which isn't a problem. And there's Nenad now at 1:55. Massive well done to Christina for a magnificent dive of about, I think that, yeah, she's at the 200-meter wall. Still far from her announced personal best. But, you know, I'm just always very impressed with the dives that are over 200 meters. And then obviously there's a strategy there for just doing a dive that for him is probably very easy. Again, at the start of the season, maybe he hasn't trained that much. Next up, we have Magdalena Solish-Talanda. Magdalena spoke to me earlier today and mentioned how, you know, she is preparing for a big and very long season coming up next year. So it's, you know, it's her 4th nOxyCup. We're so happy to have her. But it is the start of her season, so she's not probably not planning a great performance. Boris Milosic is in lane C from Croatia. So Magdalena's favorite, she is going to show us what her favorite looks like, the bifins. Bifins discipline is her favorite, so I'm really looking forward to seeing her performance now. Boris lives in Split, and his entire life revolves around freediving. He spends an awful lot of time in the sea, and he mentioned to me that he does his own fitness that involves some calisthenics and acrobatics, his own brand of home gym workouts. He's only done one competition since Belgrade. Then that was 4 disciplines in one day. 4 starts in one day is just, I don't know, I would find it very tiring, but obviously we're talking about a different class of athlete here. And so ever since then, he's just approaching this dive and his participation in nOxyCup with sheer curiosity, see what he can do. So he's not started, he's starting now. And Magdalena has already started. We saw some really nice body waves with the start of the monofin. Obviously, again, very experienced athletes who know what they are doing. Magdalena is doing a nice even speed. Nice even speed and a nice strong arrow position for actually both of them. Magdalena is turning at the 50-meter wall. Her announced personal best in bifins is 263 meters. And Boris's is 272 with the monofin. I'm always trying to judge the athlete's speed based on how fast the judges are walking, simply because we have the drones going along with them. But I do believe that obviously Boris with the oh, actually Magdalena's faster. She's just turned at the 100-meter wall. She's in lane B, and I can kind of see the drones hovering above them as well. And Boris is just taking it nice and easy with the monofin. Again, I would expect the monofin to be faster, but I have been proven wrong once already today. He seems to be swimming very close to the bottom of the pool. This is, I believe, a 3-meter deep pool, so there is a significant amount of depth there. And it is just, again, sometimes I need to pause and reflect on how great it is to have these world-class athletes here in my hometown of Budapest, Hungary. And fourth time for Magdalena specifically. She's turned at the 150-meter wall now. And she's doing a nice even speed. I wonder if she's going to... Curious to see what performance we're going to see from her. Boris has just turned at the 150-meter wall, making his way back towards the 200-meter wall. There's definitely a good speed to Magdalena. You can see the drones in the shot now. And she's turned at the 200-meter wall, making her way back towards 250. Putting her hands down, maybe doing an arm stroke. 2. Yes, that is the no fins arm stroke. Maybe she still considers this the middle of her dive. I'm not even going to try and hypothesize. Boris has just turned, also at the 200-meter wall, making his way back. We're seeing some really beautiful long swims now. Magdalena is coming up to the 250 wall and turning. Come on out there. Boris is up. To 34 meters with the monofin. Magnificent. Magdalena is up as well, 266, 262. That is, again, what we see on the screen is the estimate. So I'm hoping to see the results shortly. Big. I think you can hear the big applause from Magdalena there. Big smile, big okay signs, slapping the water. She looks so happy, and I'm so very happy for her. Just looking at Boris's neck weight situation. He's just got out of the pool. Looks like a lobster-style neck weight, but homemade. And Magdalena is wearing an actual lobster neck weight and a Mola Mola wetsuit, who are her sponsors. She did want to give a shout out to them, actually. So she was saying that she's grateful to her family, her husband, her buddy Tomek Polata, and her sponsors, Lena, Aquawave, Mola Mola, Lobster, and the Polish Freediving Association. And we're coming up to our final heat with Julia Kozerska on the monofin and Goran Cholak. I spoke to Goran earlier on the bifins. Again, Goran, emphasized how this is a checkup comp for him. He's just looking to see where he is before he starts the big part of his training over the winter, preparation for next year's big competitions. And Goran has started, and Julia is still preparing. Really looking forward to seeing Julia's technique, and it's great because I get to see it now from above. Again, it's so great to have world-class athletes like her and Goran here in Hungary, in our home pool. You can see the results. So Magdalena is, Solic-Talanda is 2.62, and Boris Losic is 2.33 with the Monofin. Magdalena had the bifins. So we are expecting some pretty long swims. As Goran mentioned, we're unlikely to see 2.92 from him today. But, I'm certainly expecting something well over 200 meters from both him and Julia. Even if for them, that counts as an easy dive. And they are both turning, so Goran is turning at the 100-meter wall now. And Julia is in the distance, on the far lane. You can really see just some very, very even, very gentle, beautiful body waves and some nice glide. Really taking her time and knowing exactly what she's doing and where she is in time and what she wants to do. So 100 meters. Just turned now. Again, taking it very slow. She is an incredible free diver. She does have a very strong breath hold. So of course she has the reserves to do a slow dive and take it as easy as she wants to. And that's Goran now. He's turned at the 150-meter wall. Julia is coming up to the 150-meter wall now. Get to see her on the close camera. Just adjusting her position after the turn and very gently starting off her glide and her flying underwater again. So nice to see. I love seeing beautiful monofin technique. And I mean, I love seeing a beautiful bifin technique as well, but you get my point. The monofin is special because it is really all down to technique, the same way as the no fins. So I can see Julia's using some arm strokes now at the 180-meter mark. Again, I'm sure she's going to go back to the leg stroke. So Goran is surfacing now at the 230-ish meter mark, 230 or thereabouts. Still a seriously impressive dive. And Julia is surfacing at the 206 meter dive. So reached the 200 meter wall, turned, and coming up. I'm just waiting for the judges to give their card. And it's a white card for Julia Kozerska. Didn't see Goran's judgment, unfortunately. I can see that he's exiting the pool now. I'm just kind of going to wait and see if I can get somebody over for the interviews. Meanwhile, you can check out our awesome drones and the pools. The safeties are packing up. This was our last. This was our last heat, and this marks the end of the. This marks the end of nOxyCup 2024, which is the 4th nOxyCup. No worries. I have Julia. I'm really sorry you're still panting after your swim. We grabbed you very quickly. I love your nails. There you go. Congratulations.
For what?
It was a nice swim. I know it's the start of the season for you.
Yes, I started trainings 2 months ago, and
there you go.
Mostly gym.
Okay.
Gym sprints and nothing big, not big distances.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You weren't planning on anything big, and you're happy with your performance today?
No, not really.
Oh, sorry about that. My apologies.
It was 204, so far away from
very far,
my
indeed.
personal best. So
what happened? You just didn't train, and you just wanted to do something smaller?
Yes. I came here because I like this competition. I like this swimming pool and people. But for me, it's the beginning of the season, so I came here without big shape. So
absolutely, big expectations. It's lovely to have you, nevertheless. You know, it's great to have you back again. How many times have you been to nOxyCup?
This is my second time. Yes.
Brilliant. It's so good to have you. Tell me about your training plans for the winter, or what your plans are for next year.
World Championships, of course, Seamass and AIDA, and I hope I will go for World Games.
World Games in Chengdu.
Yes.
Do you have when are those? Do you have the dates for those yet?
It's in August.
Oh, okay.
11 to 17.
Fantastic. It's the first time freediving is featured in the World Games, isn't it? Do you think this is a stepping stone towards the Olympics for us?
Yes, I think it is, and I hope someday we will be at Olympic Games.
I'm sure we will see you at the Olympics as well. Brilliant. And your what is your training going to look like after this, for the winter?
It's a secret.
Oh, it's a sorry, of course. Perfect. Very good. Did you drive or did you fly over from Poland?
Fly.
Very good. Okay. Because I know Magdalena and Tomek and her husband, they drove over. I remember seeing a selfie in the car. Did they drive? I think they did. Brilliant. That's great. Are you flying tonight, or are you staying for?
Yes.
Okay.
Because tomorrow I have to be at work.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't we all? Don't we all? Great stuff. Listen, Julia, I won't keep you. Get some rest. Thank you so much for talking to me, and it's lovely to have you back at the nOxyCup.
Thank you for the invitation.
I wish you the best of luck for all the World Championships. Hopefully, I will see you at least at one of them. And obviously, best of luck for the World Games as well. I'm super excited. I'll be watching that for sure. And I hope you'll get into the best shape of your life and do some amazing performances. Fingers crossed.
To.
Thank you so much. See you.
Bye.
So, guys, this is the end. This marks the end of the 4th nOxyCup. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure to have you along with us. I hope you enjoyed the performances. I've been Esther Kalutskoi, your commentator for the 2nd year or the 3rd year at nOxyCup. We've been live from Budapest, Hungary. You can see the results on the screen, and please stay tuned for our sponsors' videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
We're embarking on a new adventure, discovering what our mind and body are capable of. We cannot learn to trust in ourselves without first finding trust in our surroundings. The introduction of freediving can be a life-changing experience. Double K wants to grow with you. We provide you the support to focus inward let your worries disappear and just breathe. We lend you our experience to achieve your full potential and share your energy and excitement. We're part of one team. Together, Double K.